Sistah. This is Sandra, aka Sunny. I'm here with JT, acting silly. How's everyone? Right now, I cannot see the chat because everything is stuck right now. All I can see is the live stream, and that's it. So I do apologize. It will show up on my broadcast, but it's going to be delayed a little bit. So I hope everyone is having a good day. JT, how was your week?
The same as that.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I had a good week, I guess, too. Nothing too spectacular happened. I got a monitor stand that I don't know how to put together that I got on Amazon. It doesn't make sense. I think there's some things missing, or there's some bolts that are not long enough, because it, like, every time you clamp it to make the stand be secure, it doesn't really do anything because it needs bolts and nuts to hold it together. But yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, the parts that it come with, it's all there, but maybe it's not thick enough because I have a glass desk. So maybe I'll try getting a couple of 2x4s or something to put it underneath there or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's very secure. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. I wanted to start off the stream by talking about black hair, because it's been on my mind a little bit. You don't want to talk about it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well,
it's a difficult topic.
It's not a difficult topic. It's just a controversial one because black women love their weave. Because black women love weaves and extensions and wigs and stuff like that. And anytime you talk about it or criticize it, they'll get defensive. And they'll be like, we do it just to keep our real hair healthy. And I never see that. I never see. Well, you do.
Because you're lazy.
Yeah, and every time people ask, like I saw one person ask, why do you get weave? And it's like, it's just easier maintenance. I'm like, haha. There you go. Because I just washed my hair. I'm going makeupless today. I'm breaking out all over my chin. I don't want pimples and stuff, so I'm going makeupless today. And I've seen some of the pictures of people with bad weave and, just not taking care of their hair. It's really mind-boggling. Do you have an example of what you've seen in real life, like someone's bad weave or some bad hair that you've seen, JT?
Yeah, they don't have any hair.
Yeah. And do they...
Perfect.
What?
It's like whenever women have braids in their hair, you're not supposed to see a lot of scalp. It's like they have 3 strands of hair right here, and they match those 3 strands of hair and add a braid to it, and then all the rest is just bald.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Every time I see someone with freshly done braids, I never see hair in between the braids. I just see braids and baldness in between. The braids that I do see, where I do see hair in between, that's good. That's a protective style. But you don't want to leave it in there too long because, it's like I want to get good skin, so I'm going to cover myself in clothes and not shower to protect my skin. Do you see, the sense that makes? Does it make sense? So, yeah, don't get me wrong, white women get weaves too, but theirs is different because they can wash.
They don't leave it in for 2 and 3 months at a time. Especially when you, especially if it's the in-between money. If they spend I don't know what's in between, but if it's really, really cheap, they'll end up taking it down, washing their hair because it's really, really cheap. But if it's not cheap, they try to get their money's worth and they leave it in there way too long. And then they make an excuse. I'm like, I'm trying to grow out my hair.
It's not
But
an excuse.
if they're trying to grow out their hair, you would think like in a year, you would see them with their natural hair, but you never do.
You never do. You never do.
It's not growing their hair; it's damaging their hair.
Yeah. And even like I've never. I mean, I have worn weave before, but it's not like the glue type of weave. Or if I did, it would be like a half, like, I don't know. What do you call this thing? Half wigs, I guess? I don't know what you call them. But I used to wear those. But it wasn't very often, yeah. And even like now, like the hair that I have now, it's natural. And even still, it doesn't grow very long because I don't really like do protective styles as much. And black women have to do so much to their hair because it's so dry. Well, mine is really, really dry. And it breaks off really easily because it does get very dry. So you have to like wrap it every night. You have to do all this stuff to it. And some people can't be bothered to do that because they're just I don't know, lazy. They don't want to be bothered with it. So if you want good hair, you just have to take care of your hair and stop wearing weave. Stop getting this glue all over your hair. These quick weaves is the worst because they literally glue it to their hair. I don't get that. I can't imagine like people get their hair slicked down with all this gel and then they think that protects their hair and then they glue it right to their head. Who thought of that?
Lazy people. Nasty lazy people.
Man, I never seen nothing like that in my life. Oh, sorry, we're getting sirens going by. It's a fire truck. Sorry, everyone.
Good Lord.
I told you a fire truck was going by.
I'm going to attempt to raise this up really quick.
Anyways, so we're going to start off talking politically. As you may well know, John McCain passed away yesterday. Rest in peace. What's funny to me, right? You know, he ran for president as a Republican in 2008 with Sarah Palin. And the left was just like, no, he's racist. He's this and that. He's misogynist. You know, all the stuff that they're accusing Trump of doing, right? And so tell me why. This is why the right is always genuine. Because we didn't like John McCain then, but he was the only option besides Obama, right? So we didn't like him then. We really didn't like Sarah Palin, but he was our only choice. Oh, man. My battery is going down. So, tell me why, whenever he died, the left is praising him and just saying all these good things about him. Obama had something good to say. Even that socialist Democrat chick, she had something good to say. She was an intern for John McCain. And all these people on the left, all these people on the left have something just magical to say about John McCain. But the right, they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything good.
Like, you know, like those cartoons I subscribe to, the graphic, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I had to delete it because it upset me. And it was him, like, in a plane, because he was a Navy pilot. He was shooting out of the grave. I forgot what the caption said.
Wow.
I forgot. But it said 10 reasons why we should not mourn the death of John McCain. Here are the first 5. So it's like a 2-part email. So they're probably going to send another email tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is just the most awful thing. Like, now, I didn't agree with John McCain all the time, just like I don't agree with Trump all the time, just like I didn't agree with Barack Obama all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just to say, here's 10 reasons why we shouldn't mourn his death.
Right.
That's just a little much. But, yeah, that is a good point. At least the conservatives, the Republicans, you know, they're not
consistent.
two-faced. We didn't like him, and now that he's dead, some of them are glad.
Yeah.
Some of them are saying, I'm glad he's gone, which is an awful thing to say, but at least we're not two-faced about it.
Yeah, I agree. It's really telling that because the left used to hate him, right? Because he ran as a Republican. He did have some Republican ideals, like he was pro-life. That's probably the only thing that he was Republican, and he was for small government too. So,
that makes, in my opinion, that makes you Republican. Like, you can have a liberal stance on everything else, but if you like small government, you are Republican.
True.
Period.
True. And then another thing, whenever he was running for president, all the people were like, blah, no, we don't like him, blah, 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 blah. And as soon as Trump started running for president and John McCain was like, I don't like Trump, the left was like, I think I like John McCain. It's like, they totally went like, 180.
Would have paid attention to what he was saying all these years instead of just immediately saying that he's racist and homophobic and all the other phobic.
Mm-hmm.
They would have had an inkling idea that he wouldn't have liked Trump.
Right.
I mean, it was very obvious to me that McCain would never liked Trump.
I know.
It was obvious. It was very painfully obvious that he wouldn't have liked Trump. Mm-hmm. And for them to say, oh my gosh, he doesn't like Trump? It was like, that's just like, duh.
It's pretty apparent, isn't it? And you can disagree with some of the things that John McCain did, which he liked war. He always voted for war. He was what they call a warmonger, and he, I guess, had a vendetta. And he was a prisoner of war in Vietnam, and he was captured by insurgents or whatever, and he survived, and that's why he can't really raise his hands past his ears, because he got his shoulders broken, both of them, while he was being tortured. And to me, that's very, even though I don't have the notion of Donald Trump, you got caught, and that means you're a loser. Like, that's what Trump said. And that's stupid. That's why I don't agree with Trump on everything.
It was him and another senator. I don't know their name. I think they're in a wheelchair, and I don't know if it's male or female. I just remember it doesn't take a lot of skill, and it doesn't take a lot of bravery to run into a missile and be captured. I thought that was funny.
Man.
But they said it in a jokingly way. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I didn't like John McCain. I didn't like his ideas or whatever, but I'm not going to be jumping in the streets because he's dead. I think that's really disrespectful. Anytime someone dies, unless they committed mass genocide or, killed someone,
Like some of the
yeah.
We were dancing.
Yeah.
That day because he got captured.
An ISIS terrorist, yeah, I'll celebrate his death because he brought death to people. He, really supported ideals that wanted to wipe out masses of people. Like, I understand that John McCain liked war, but I don't think he supported ideals like ISIS or extremist people. So for people to celebrate, I think that's really, really disrespectful. And you can say, oh, that's just, what I want to do, blah, 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 blah. It's your prerogative. That doesn't mean I'm just going to be like, oh, well, that's okay with me. I don't think it's okay. That's just my opinion. So,
in my opinion, like, anybody that was so selfless to join any kind of armed forces, they're a better person than me.
Yeah.
Like, period. Just the fact that he signed the dotted line and was willing to go into the armed services. Even, like, people right now, right now is not a good example because we're always at war. Mm-hmm. But, like, Daddy, for example, he signed up at, like, the perfect time. And he got out at the perfect time because there wasn't any wars going on. And then he finished his service right before war started. Mm-hmm. And he was done. Yeah. So, just the simple fact that Daddy signed the dotted line, knowing that, something bad could go wrong and we could be in a war at any time because that's just the way the world works.
Mm-hmm.
For you to sign the dotted line knowing that you are potentially risking your life for the betterment of the country, you are a better person than anybody else that has not done that.
True.
And that alone deserves, like, all this stuff people are saying about John McCain, that doesn't need to happen because did you join the Navy, the Army, the Marines, the Coast Guard, anything? No?
Any
Okay,
branch of the military. Yeah.
There's nothing to say bad. There shouldn't be anything bad said about John McCain.
Right. Right.
Because he's nothing good, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
only for that reason, keep your mouth shut.
And let me just clarify something. Just because you joined the military, if you did, like Bo Bergdahl, okay.
Yeah, he's scum.
Yeah.
There's an exception to every rule.
There is exceptions to every rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't think he's going whatever I don't think he's going to do this. He was selfless.
Right. Yeah, he was just selfish. I don't know what's going on with him. All right, well, we got some breaking news, kind of. A few hours ago, the news broke that a Florida mass shooting, basically, happened at a gaming tournament for Madden in Jacksonville, Florida. Crazy stuff. And the reason, or they assume that the reason is because he was angry after a loss. So he shut up the place after losing a Madden tournament. Now we're going to have the gun debate again. So,
and of all places, why did it have to be Florida?
It's the Florida disease.
I don't care.
And then, not only is the gun debate going to start again, it's going to be Gamergate. Are gamers toxic? Are gamers misogynistic? Are gamers racist? Tariq Nasheed, that old stupid head, Tariq Nasheed, tweeted that gamers are suspected white supremacists.
You know what? He's a suspected white supremacist.
Yeah. I could just throw around. He called Philip DeFranco a suspected white supremacist. Dude. And then I remember last year he tried to make his suspected white supremacist website and his logo was literally a swastika. Girl, I died. And that idea just, he canceled all his plans.
I don't want to keep calling people stupid, but this was really stupid. The Parkland dude.
What,
this is why we need history. The Parkland victim with the patch on the stupid arm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, David Hogg.
Yes. Oh, and that's why I was like, of all places, why did it have to be Florida?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to think on CNN again.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna be making the rounds again in the media, of course.
I want to see his face.
Yeah, his fame is going to be extended because
this is why we need history. This is why they need to stop trying to rewrite history, because y'all are screwing it up. Like, how do you not see that looks exactly like a Nazi?
I mean, it's just, people get this idea. I mean, ever since Columbine, people are copycatting Columbine. Like, seriously.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stupid thing that they put on the arm.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, we're gonna move past that. I mean, yeah, but still, yeah, they didn't know. They didn't know history. That's why they did it. They didn't know history. But these are just a bunch of copycat people, and there's a whole bunch of people that think that gaming is toxic. That playing games, all the violence that you see, you're influenced by, and you're going to imitate those things. This is a Madden tournament. If anything, he would have tackled these people if video games had any type of influence on him, okay? So, I think it's absolutely stupid. Yes, there's influence, in culture and things like that. Like, just like the black community, they want to be gangsters. They want to push, they want to be a pusher and, sell drugs and stuff like that and, have this lavish lifestyle.
Or some type of athlete or rapper.
Yeah, that's like the future for all black men. Gangster, rapper, or athlete. What do you want? That's all you get. And that mentality it's something a little bit more complicated than just video games, because so many people play video games. So many people. And some of them can be bad people. You can't correlate the two together. Honestly, you can't. But, like, and you know, with the music too, you really can't correlate the two. I mean, how do you know just because they listen to NWA and they watch Ghostface and The Godfather that they're gonna be a gangster? You can't. Like, people are just evil. You know, everyone has evil in them because everyone has sin. And, you know, it can fester sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Some people keep the good in them. So the fact that this happened at a gaming tournament, so we're going to have the gun debate and the gaming whole thing. So all over again. And they're going to try to push for gun control. And with Trump in the White House, it's not going to happen. Gun control is not going to happen.
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
It's not.
Ever.
But, you know, just think if Hillary Clinton was president. Just think.
It could happen.
It could. It could happen.
Okay, let's see. Ocasio Googly Eyes Cortez could win the presidency. Let's just say, heaven forbid, that she does. And she says, okay, we're going to ratify the Second Amendment. And then everybody that has a gun will share their guns with everybody that's like-minded. And then they're going to say, over my dead body.
Yeah. Revolution.
That's pretty much what's going to happen. There's going to be another civil war, and we're going to win because we have the guns.
Yeah, true.
It's never going to, if they try, they will change their mind. That's just it. It's not going to happen because I will go out and buy an illegal gun. I will get a gun somehow, and then I will be standing there with them saying, over my dead body.
Right. Yeah, so
that's just...
Hello, Insane Hermit. He says, Tariq must think black gamers are white supremacists too. He must, because I'm a gamer. Like, I don't play games as much as I used to, but I do like a good game.
Anybody that doesn't think like him is a suspected white supremacist.
True. Yeah. And that's basically what it boils down to. If you don't think like Tariq Nasheed, then you're a white supremacist. If you don't think that Trump is a racist, then you're a suspected white supremacist. If you don't, you know, these ideals that they have are really, not really extreme, but they're extreme enough to where it's so amazing to me because, like, just because you think that black people shouldn't have to be a Democrat, that means you're a sellout or a coon or whatever. It just makes no sense to me. Like, why can't you just, like, okay, I'll give you an example of why some people are just so stupid when it comes to ideology. They have this mob mentality. Some girl, she tweeted out, it was so cute, her little daughter, she must have been maybe 3, 4 years old, right? Really young. She was helping her mommy do the dishes. She's like, I'm teaching my child to be the proper wife and mother when she grows up. And she's like training Proverbs 31, you know, all the virtues of a woman. And then Black Twitter and angry feminists came for her, girl. They came for her. They were like, why are you teaching her this demeaning role? Why can't you teach her to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever? I'm like,
because I'm not a lawyer or a doctor.
I mean, not even that.
Lawyer and doctor ever.
Not even that. How come you can't be a wife and a mother without being? You can do those things and be a doctor and be a lawyer and be all these things. And that's the argument she was trying to make. And then they came out with like, well, wouldn't she be tired? We don't want to do all of those things. We don't want to have to be, tied down and da-da-da-da. I'm like, you guys act like this is hard.
So you're telling me that the husband's gonna have to do it all the time?
No, they don't. I guess they don't want a husband, and they claim that they don't do this because she brought it up, and they're like, that's not what we're saying, but that's exactly what you're saying. They don't like the idea of motherhood. They don't like the idea of being married to a man and being a submissive role. Women are naturally submissive. What?
I said that's a very apparently obvious.
Yeah.
If they love the idea of motherhood, they wouldn't be picketing on the streets with those stupid hats saying abortion is not murder.
Yeah. Abortion on demand without apology. Yeah.
They wouldn't say that.
Huh?
At all.
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't like motherhood. They don't like being tied down to responsibility. That's why abortion is so popular. It's because anything that takes responsibility, they just run from it. So that's why they want free healthcare. That's why they want, $15 minimum wage, because that takes less responsibility from them, because everything is given to them. So that's why the ideas of socialism is so appealing, because it takes away responsibility. But an independent woman will make her own business, will raise her children the way she wants to, in the right way. And women look down on that because, oh no, she's being a submissive woman, and she's, teaching her child to do the dishes. Oh my God, how dare you? So if she doesn't teach her how to do the dishes,
like they hate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're trying to be something they're not, and they're depressed. Like depression and anxiety is through the roof, when it's probably they wouldn't have it if they would just naturally be themselves and stop trying to be something that they're not.
Yeah, and they've taken the femininity out of feminism.
Whatever, I'm gonna keep mine.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
I'll go do you, go do you. I'm gonna do me.
Black Twitter is something that I will never understand, but that's just something. But we kind of got off topic. We were talking about that shooting, but yeah.
Well, that's
yeah, I know. That was, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, did you know that they have like gaming tournaments and stuff like that? Like,
but and what I don't understand, and I get that, maybe they didn't think of it. Maybe it's just me, because I'm always thinking about stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always misprepared, or at least I try to be prepared for every scenario, every situation. That's why I had that big old duffel bag full of stuff in my car, because I was prepared for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there's going to be some kind of a tournament, some kind of conference, some kind of large gathering where there's more than 20 people, there should be a pat down, or a metal detector, and maybe an armed guard.
Yeah,
maybe,
definitely.
If there's a gathering, and like that should, and this it should be something that the Congress should have no problem passing. If there is going to be a gathering of any kind, religion involved or not. If there's going to be a gathering of more than 20 people, you must have security and a pat down.
I mean, no question. Reasonable.
Very easily passed. Shouldn't cost like no money at all. All you got to do is pay like 5 or 6 people, or just get the local police and do a pat down before you go into the building. Very easily. Very common sense law is what they keep saying. They're going to say, we just need common sense legislation. It's like, that's one of them. Yeah. Make it happen. Yeah. How is that not a thing right now?
Yeah, I mean,
how many more cities?
It seems like it would be the most logical step is to have armed security at these things. Like, I don't think I saw, maybe except for one gun that wasn't a prop. When we went to Comic-Con together 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, I didn't see anyone with armed security that I can think of. And
I don't even think, did we get patted down or searched or anything?
No.
See? They need to stop doing stuff like that.
I think that, were there metal detectors? I think there were metal detectors, though.
Okay, at least.
I can't remember.
If you can afford the metal detector, everybody has to go through this metal detector. Security, there needs to be one point of entry, and of course, several points of exit, because that's a fire hazard.
Right.
There needs to be one point of entry. Everybody needs to be focused on that point of entry to make sure nobody's slipping through. There needs to be cameras on every point of exit to see if somebody's holding the door open for somebody because they didn't want to pay.
Right.
And that's the stupid idiot with the gun.
Yeah.
They need to, like, this makes so much sense to me, but it's not happening.
Yeah, and then, you know what? It could have happened. You know, I don't know for sure if they didn't have...
They did. They've already had reports.
Oh, okay. Well, then they didn't.
Audio, Sandra.
There's audio?
Yes.
Girl.
I already heard it twice. It's very sad.
Yeah, but I don't want to listen to it at all.
There's like, all you hear is like gunshot. Really, really, really loud gunshot.
Yeah.
It was like this dude is obviously playing, and it's not until the second gunshot he was like, oh, crap, that's a gunshot. And then it's like silent, and then just gunshot. 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 Gunshot.
Crazy. Oh, hello, Race. How are you? Thanks for joining. But yeah, this is gonna spark the debate again. You're gonna have activists like Alyssa Milano, all these celebrities, moms against.
I have to.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of gun control, I do not get these high-profile actors and actresses advocating for gun control when they know for a fact that their bodyguards have guns. Like Oprah, she got armed bodyguards. Freaking Beyonce, she got armed bodyguards, and she was in a commercial for gun control. Every high-profile celebrity has bodyguards that are armed. You can't see the guns, but you know that they are, and if they're not, they're stupid because they're not being protected at all.
And let's just say that they're trying not to be a hypocrite. Just the fact that you have a security guard.
That just tells volumes. It says volumes.
So like little old me, let's say I legit have a stalker. And I'm not Beyonce, so I cannot afford just a security guard. No gun. Maybe he's carrying a bat, but I can't afford it. What am I going to do since I'm not Beyonce? Am I supposed to just carry around a bat and just hope that I can hit him? Then let's say, I'm not buff. I don't work out. And I swing like a girl.
Because that's all
That's just going to piss him off. It's just going to piss him off.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a full casket at that point.
Girl.
I'm just saying, that's just real. So if I didn't have a bat, maybe I would survive. Maybe I wouldn't, but it'd be open casket. If I had a bat and hit him and just piss him off, yeah. Closed casket.
Dude, Philip Daniel in chat says,
or I have a gun and I killed him before he killed me.
Exactly. Every woman needs to arm themselves with a gun to protect themselves. Anyways, Philip Daniel in chat says, woke, gun control. Bespoke, white people control. Funny. And then Race Jacobson says, they know that their bodyguards are armed, but it just doesn't click with them. They really are that dumb. That is true. They really are. They really do not see the world for what it is. They only see their point of view. And
no, they only see glitter and rainbows, and everybody is good if you just give them a chance.
And that's what, okay, have you heard about the bikers that went biking in like different parts of the world in the Middle East to show that everyone has a good side and all this other stuff? Yeah, they got killed. They got murdered.
Sprinkle orange juice. I'm like, they did anything.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they tried to prove a point. And then a long time ago, like I think in like the 80s or 90s, there was this one person traveling the Middle East in a wedding dress to show, the same thing, and she got raped and killed, gang raped. And yeah, just like you can't trust anyone. I mean, yeah, there's some. I mean, I trust my sister. I'm pretty sure she's not gonna murder me. Like I trust her. There's a lot of people. Don't give me that look, JC. Shut up.
You said I'm pretty sure she's not gonna murder me. I'm like, pretty sure? Really?
Oh my goodness, you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, don't trust anyone. There's a few people that you can trust. That's a given. But for you to just, blind trust and, be like, oh, I don't need a gun to protect myself. That's just stupid. I don't care where I am. I could be in the safest place in the world. I want some type of protection. And that's a God-given right.
We really need to get on the ball and get one.
Yeah, we got our CHL, but we don't have
We got our CHL 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. More sirens. Race and chat.
That was a black person being pulled over.
Shut up, JT. Anyways, Race in chat says they're not good at long-term planning. That's why they blow their money all the time. They're not thinking ahead with gun control. Man, that's the truest thing I've heard in a while. They do not plan ahead at all. Just like with socialism. I hate to go back to socialism because I have it on the brain. I'm doing a video about that. Doing a lot of research into it. It's very extensive, at least in my type of video standards, because I always try to go off the top of the dome. But, like, socialism always ends up being like this travesty, but in the beginning it's always good because we have money in the bank. Money in the bank a little bit. But, yeah, basically. And then that money runs out. And then you got yourself a problem. So they never think long term. So that's just one more reason that so don't ever trust a celebrity's opinions. I don't care how popular they are. I don't care if they have good intentions. I don't care how rich Oprah is. Her ideas suck. And she's not a very good leader. She just got a lot of money and she's manipulative. So yeah. That's that. What was the other topic that I wanted to talk about? Let's go on down. Ow, I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, the Trump thing. Okay, so it really doesn't have to do anything with Trump though. It's Cohen. Oops, my camera is not focusing. Focus, camera. There we go. So Cohen, his former lawyer, was trying to, do the whole thing, and they're trying to spin it to where they're like, oh, well, that's illegal that's illegal contributions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can't tell me that Trump ain't did this 100 times before. 100.
Quick question. Do you remember if he funded his own campaign?
That is a good question. I have no idea. I know that he's not taking an income now, but
if he funded his own campaign, then he took his own money, and even if it is from the campaign, it's still his own money. Mm-hmm. And he paid off 2 hoes to not tell everybody that he's also a hoe. Mm. But it was still his money. It's not money that he raised. It's not money that somebody gave him. It's his money.
Well, here's how it works.
Well, wait. It is not his responsibility to disclose that. Whoever was the head of the campaign was supposed to disclose it.
Right.
Still not his fault.
Right, and I get that, but here's the story how it goes. So Cohen, I guess, found out about Stormy Daniels. She's like, I'm gonna tell my story. So he's like, if you don't tell the story, I'll give you $135,000. And she's like, okay. And he was I guess he was lying about his worth. So he was like, okay, well, I'll get your money. She's like, where's my money? Where's my money? He mortgaged his house, girl. He mortgaged his house, got $135,000. I'm not even joking. Cohen mortgaged his house, got $135,000, and he was being paid back from the Trump, I guess, something. I don't know, Trump something. And it was payments of $35,000 a month. And so they're trying to spin it to where that's an illegal campaign contribution, doing that to try and, because they were trying to make her hush, Stormy Daniels hush, before he was elected. So they wanted to give her hush money so it wouldn't affect the election. That's the spin that they're trying to put on it.
That is a really, really, really big spin.
It is.
and there's no way you can say beyond a reasonable doubt that that's what that was for.
Right.
And that it was a campaign contribution.
My phone just
because
died.
Anybody could say that this Playboy, everybody knew that he was, so it wouldn't have swayed anybody's vote one way or another, because literally everybody already knew.
Yeah, basically, I mean, everybody knew that Trump was a playboy. Everybody knew that he slept with lots of beautiful women because he was a, yeah, basically. So, sorry if you see me stuck on screen. My phone died. So, yeah. But you can still hear me. So, that's that.
Plug up.
Because it's, you can't prop it up with plugged in. So, yeah. Oh, also, Insane Hermit in chat said, did Trump get with any women when he was with Melania, or was it before her? Yes, it was with her.
She was pregnant.
Yep, she was pregnant with his son. What's his name? I forget.
Barron.
Barron, yeah. What a weird name. Yes, it was while she was pregnant, and that's when he cheated on her. And it doesn't seem like she cares. She's standing by him for whatever reason. I would divorce him. That's just me. But look at my funny avatar. It makes me laugh. Look at it. Anyways, yeah. So that's the whole spin that the left is trying to do to get him impeached. Now, so, and again, you can't tell me that Trump hasn't done this before. Hey, pay off this skank that I slept with to make her shut up. I don't want her talking about me sleeping with her. This is probably nothing new to Trump. Nothing new. I don't think that, I mean, the way that Cohen did it, the way he went about it was sleazy, and he probably did it behind Trump's back. That's just my opinion.
I mean, it seems like it. Okay, for one, this is not the first time Trump has done this.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably other chicks out there that's actually, you know, they have this piece of paper, non-disclosure agreement, and they're abiding by it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
For him to take out a mortgage on his house.
Yeah, Cohen did that.
When he works for a billionaire,
mm-hmm.
is really stupid. Like, why would you take out a mortgage on your house?
Yeah.
And his wife needs to go on the stand. Like, did you know he took out a mortgage on his house? When did you know? And why did you take out a mortgage on his house? I don't see any home improvement.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Your children get enrolled into private school. They were already enrolled in private school. So what was the second mortgage for?
Exactly. Oh, Insane Hermit in chat says you would sleep with him for $135,000. Don't lie. I ain't gotta lie. Absolutely not. No.
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 Would you, Insane Hermit? Insane Hermit? Sounds like you would.
And Admiral Denuza, Clinton did it in the White House. Exactly. Clinton did it in the White House, but he tried to get impeached, but the only reason why he was trying to get impeached because he lied under oath about it. Like, and then I remember people back then were like, what the Clinton does in his own bedroom is none of our business. I can't believe they're trying to impeach him over this, blah, blah, blah. And they excused him and excused him and excused him for his inappropriate behavior. But as soon as Trump says, grab him by the pee, even though he's a billionaire.
Now on, that would be your name, Gay Hermit.
No, don't do that.
If you slept with Trump for some money, your name would be Gay Hermit.
JT is a little savage, so don't pay attention to her. But yeah, no. The left is trying to get Donald Trump, and he's been in office, what, a year and a half? This is like the hard, like, if I was the president going through what he did, I would have quit by now. I'm being honest with you. Like, it is a lot to go through. Constantly being called a racist, constantly being called, well, he is misogynist, okay, just admit that. But constantly being called all these things.
If he is a misogynist, He is the worst misogynist ever.
Well, not a misogynist in that sense, but he's a playboy. He sleeps with women a lot. He likes loving women.
He's a hoe. No, that makes him a hoe.
Okay, he a hoe then. My bad, I used the wrong words. He a hoe. Okay?
Yeah.
But he's doing good as a president, in my opinion. And I did not think, honestly, I did not think he would do such a good job. Honestly. I never would have thought Donald Trump would be doing this good. Yeah. And they're not going to get him on any type of obstruction charges. They're not going to get him on any other like campaign fraud. That's a stretch. And with the Supreme Court the way it is, I don't think they'll see any wrongdoing on his part. Even the liberal ones, honestly. I don't think they're going to find anything on him. So this whole thing, I mean, and what gets me is... What?
I said, except for Sotomayor.
Oh, yeah, Sotomayor. We have to bring up let's go to YouTube right quick, girl, because we have to bring up that clip from, if y'all haven't seen this is crazy. Yes, womanizer is the word, race, and I do apologize, I didn't do it right. Why he's done more than, yes, Donald Trump has done more than any president the last 16 years. Bush didn't really do anything. And Obama didn't do crap during his presidency. So, yeah, he's definitely done more than any other president. During his 1 year in office, he's gotten so much done. Where did you go?
Nowhere.
Okay, well, anyways.
This is an interview confirmation.
What's his name? Al Sharpton. If you guys have not seen this clip, it is crazy. It is crazy. Look at this. Why? I don't want the long one. Just give me the short one. This is crazy.
A dog. You tweeted after he was fired. Sally Yates, you said she choked like a dog during her Senate testimony on the Russia investigation. And now Omarosa. That doesn't include all those outside your orbit you've hit with a canine cut down. Like when you referred to black NFL players as sons of, well, female dogs. But I think you might have learned a lesson this week. Sometimes the dog bites back with a book deal. And while we're talking about female canines, you know what they say about payback? It's a real, well, I'm sure you know the word I'm thinking of. So in the words of my late friend Aretha Franklin, show some RESPICT.
I mean, it's one of the most famous freaking songs in the whole entire world. People of all language backgrounds can spell respect, except for Al Sharpton. RESPICT, really? You can't spell respect?
Oh, God. I'm so ashamed.
I saw that. I mean, just like, really, dude? You really can't spell respect? It's like the easiest word to spell because she made a song.
He has his own show. That's his show.
Yep, he has his own show, dude.
Personal show.
And that dude owes so much in taxes. He hadn't paid his taxes in forever, and then they're gonna send what's his name to jail for tax. What's his name? Manafort? Is that what he going to jail for? Girl. Respect. RESPIC. Oh my God! Come on, like really. How do you not know how to spell that word? Oh man. Anyways, man, that tickles me so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I just Sotomayor one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just I don't want to get a copy strike, but Al Sharpton mispronouncing words. It's a 5-minute video. We'll pause like 30 seconds.
So yes, we all agree cable news is absolutely terrible, and it's hard to decide who is the worst on cable news. But
why is
Al Sharpton is the worst on cable news, and then the crybaby, and then Don Lemon.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to look for him mispronouncing words. But man, he's like the worst, like I don't know, like I guess he has a problem
reading.
Yeah, I guess.
How do you have a problem reading?
That's what he used to look like, y'all. That's how I remember him. He's all fat with the long hair before he got his surgery.
Bad.
Oh, there it is. Al Sharpton versus the teleprompter. That's what I was looking for.
And we will much about that be committed. So there's no...
How slow do they have to make the teleprompter for him to read words? Like, why give him a job? He was on Fox News. No, that's him making fun of Fox News, I bet. Because there's Justice Scalia in the background, my favorite justice of all time. Let's continue.
Real conflict. Michael Druniak, including Lincoln himself, Daniel Day-Lewis. Behind Monica Lewinsky, the one and only Trey Songz is
here. I love it. Oh my gosh, I can't watch it anymore. Oh man, you got more orange juice. That's where you went. That's where you went.
I know what you're talking about.
Shut up, yo. Anyways, my sister, she can't wait. Anyways, yeah. So that happened.
It was therapy. I had to.
Oh man, so let's see. Let's go to the front page of CNN because I have ran out of things to talk about. I mean,
Al Sharpton. It's contagious. Hurry up, get off the page.
No, right? Yeah, they're talking about John McCain and the shooting, of course. War hero and politician. See how they're just like painting him in such a positive light, even though when he was running for president, they just made him out to be the worst person ever.
Ooh, someone should go back. It was 10 years. Mm-hmm. And get all of the headlines CNN had against John McCain. Mm-hmm. And then put all the headlines that they're doing now and put them side by side. And then your caption should just say, hypocrite.
And well, they know they're hypocrites. Insane Hermit, is Trump going to be impeached? Did you answer that? I thought I did. No, he's not. They don't have anything against him to try and get impeached. So the answer is no, he's not going to be impeached. And even if they try, it's not going to hold up. They'll probably try, but...
No, they're going to try. Even if they don't win the majority, they're still going to try.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely going to try, and they're going to keep talking about it and talking about it. I bet they're going to keep talking about the Russia thing for another 18 months. That's just my opinion. 18 months. Is capitalism losing or socialism gaining? Yes. Look at this.
Socialism is gaining. Big time.
Look at this. Let's read this. Look at these two crazy people. Friggin' Bernie Sanders, who got burned by Hillary Clinton. And I'm an Indian, Elizabeth Warren. I have high cheekbones. Can you believe that? That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's her whole... Just think, is she the lawyer? If she had to go to court to prove that she was Indian, and she says, okay, exhibit A, my cheekbones. My cheekbones.
I got high cheekbones. I ain't got no Indian in me. I got high cheekbones. It's covered up by fat, but it's there. You can't tell. I'm not gonna read this. I just don't like that socialism is becoming popular in America after we've had a 100%. No, it's not a 100% success rate with capitalism. We've had down lows in the Great Depression and all of those things, but for the most part, it's been pretty successful. Let's see. Race in chat says McCain deserved no respect in life. He deserves none now in death. If that is how you feel, that's how you feel. I feel that, he's contributed some good things to society, and that's what I'll remember about him. Ronald Hellman, Polka Dishonest. Don't know what that means. Is that a Pokemon? Is it some type of Pokemon? Clefairy?
Pocahontas.
Okay, got you. Haha! Sorry, my nerd came out of me. So, another question, or Insane Hermit in chat says, do you think it's really true that blacks support Trump at a 36% now? I've heard the claim, but I haven't looked it up. That is the claim due to a recent poll. It was at 18% and now
30%.
Yeah.
I think it's gone up a lot, but I don't think it's on the 30s.
Well, I think the bulk of it is from black men. The black women, I don't think they like Trump at all, but the bulk of the support from black voters is from black men, most definitely. Admiral Dininuza, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, says, there is no pure anything about any American, everyone is mixed. True. I don't know what my background is. I know we are descendants from Kenyans. That's all I know. But other than that, I'm just an American. America is the melting pot of the world, I think. I see people doing their Muslim prayer every time I go to work. It does not bother me as long as they don't bother me. There's a lady who sells baklava. I buy it, and it's delicious. So that's, as long as she just stays there, then I can buy it, and then I'm good. So, yeah, I don't really care about diversity in that sense. We have to have this skin color and that skin color. I don't care. As long as you adapt to Western society and Western culture, and you can have your Muslim faith, you can do your prayer, but don't be going all Allah Akbar and praise Allah and the West should die while you going to work.
And the mutilation and the stoning of women because they showed their ankles. Yeah, that can't do all that.
Right. Insane Hermit in chat. Why do black men support Trump and black women won't? What do you think? So the reason why black women are mostly feminists.
Lazy, good for nothing. Most of them, yeah. They're lazy and good for nothing. Except for having babies and collecting a check.
That's JT being very blunt. So yes, they just are feminists.
But still, black men, they are pro-gun.
Mm-hmm.
They are, majority of them are entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And all the tax cuts and the deregulation helps the entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they looked at all the stuff that they're doing that's actually going to benefit black men, and it actually is benefiting black men.
Yeah.
Like, if you know a black man that isn't pro-gun and doesn't have a side hustle, I want to meet this man. I want to meet him.
I would like to meet him too, and make sure I want a picture too, just so I can, look and see if he's cute. If you live in Texas, that's also an extra. Just asking for a friend. Anyway, yeah. See, my sister is very blunt. Insane Hermit says, "Wow, bluntly honest answer." Admiral Dinunuza. But the Muslims aren't here to simulate. Some of them have assimilated is I think what you mean. Remember, what was his name? Muhammad from City? Was his name Muhammad?
Yeah.
He was assimilated. He had an arranged marriage. He had the whole nine. He was Muslim, or he is Muslim, and he fitted right in. He just he followed all the things of the Muslim faith, but he just was an extremist. he wasn't an extremist. Did I say that right? Probably not, but he wasn't an extremist, and he was really fun. Like, he was really funny.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. We have Muslim friends that don't want to blow people up, and they have assimilated to Western society. They drive cars. They let their wives go out whenever they want to. They do wear sometimes the hijab, but never the burqa. And sometimes, they don't really care if they do or not. Sometimes the woman just wants to, but it's, they're assimilated. So not all of them are. Training camps all over America. What do you mean? Like the ones in New Mexico? Let's talk about New Mexico. Let's talk about that compound in New Mexico. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we forgot about that. So, what I want to know about this training compound, before you say anything, why did they destroy it so quickly? Why did they do that?
I didn't know that they did, but it's obviously to hide something.
Yeah.
I am more upset about the judge
who let him
that
off.
Feminist judge who's just as liberal as they come, sat there and just let them go. She let them go. Didn't even have to post bond. Didn't have to pay a cent. Just let them go.
Yeah, that's
just
crazy.
let them go.
Yeah, I didn't understand that myself. You know what I can do? I can turn my camera on right here.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. You can still hear me. Right? What, are you can't hear me no more? Hello?
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Okay, I guess my sister cannot hear me. We're having some technical difficulties. True, they'd rather talk about Russia. We will be right back, guys.
Sunny. Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really eased the pain. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true. I love you. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Sunny, thank you for the love you brought my way. You gave to me your all in all, and now I feel 10 feet tall. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Wow. What'd you do that for? I need you to not mess with stuff while we're recording.
Dead body there. That's what gets me. He should be charged with some type of murder, but no.
It was just neglect. The child had seizures, and they tried to pray the seizures away.
Oh, goodness. This is what I don't understand about extremist religious groups. If you are a worshiper of like God, like our God, Christian God, you don't have to depend on God for healing and stuff like that. He put doctors on this earth for a reason. There's colleges and schools that you can go to learn these things. And even they had doctors back then, healers, something like that. So, like, why do you just, like, throw that all away? Because of your extreme views. That just doesn't make sense to me. And if you know... Find it extreme. Huh?
They don't find that extreme.
Well, I just like it that doesn't make sense to me. And if you know anyone like that, just to let you know that it's not the Christian way. It's not Christian. It's nothing to do with what God wants. Just keep that in mind. If you know someone that does that and practice that, that is nothing to do with Christianity whatsoever. So, yeah, it was his son. It was his son. So his own son died because he's trying to be like, Allah will come here. Allah to me ain't real. Okay. So, Insane Hermit in chat. Nearly all black men have a side hustle. Hustle. Do you mean something illegal or some kind of micro business? Come on.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Side hustle, entrepreneur, conservative.
That is a
plus gun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, not all black people do illegal side hustles, okay? They just want to, like, I'm going to get my, business off the ground. They want to start a business. Not every single one, but a lot of black men want to start, like, like a cooking thing, making, like, a food truck or something, or selling T-shirts, or, just, a modeling agency, whatever it is.
Or they want to do your taxes.
Yeah.
It's like they know they got their little, what is it? Not a degree, but they got their certificate to do your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Every July. Every January and February, they ask in passing out business cards. And, that's just what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know a single black guy that does not have, or has tried to have, or had in the past a side hustle. And I don't know a single black guy that's against owning a gun.
True.
Don't know a single one.
Yeah, it's true. They love guns. They love shooting them. They love collecting them. Yeah. Like, even our cousin Tiva, like, one of her first dates with her husband was going to the gun range. She's like, I didn't like it, but, yeah. It is what it is. But, this dude... I think he has a wife. Does he?
Who are you talking about?
That guy that with the compound in New Mexico. And that's in New Mexico. Like, in New Mexico, that's like so close to us. Even though Texas is big and we're like way on the other side of it, it's like the next state. And he's right there. And they were planning a terror attack. That's apparent.
They were planning the school shoot. They were teaching their kids to do school shooting.
But I think, if they're doing that extreme stuff, I would think that they were also planning other things. Just like, what's that couple, San Bernardino? And they were at an office party and they shot that up. They're probably doing something else like that too.
Probably, who knows? We will never know because the stupid judge just let them go.
And
they signed a piece of paper and they let them go free.
And another thing, they destroyed the compound. Who did that and why? Why would they do that? Why would they destroy all that evidence, all of that stuff, unless they collected it for evidence?
I'm sure they gathered what evidence they were supposed to. They probably destroyed a whole bunch more, but I'm sure they have some evidence.
That just doesn't make sense to me. And they wonder why Alex Jones is on the air, because stuff like this happens. I know he's like a crazy conspiracy theorist, and most of the stuff he says is not true.
But the frogs! The frogs!
The frogs! The turn of the freaking frogs guy! Ah. Yeah. Alex Jones. He's a meme.
You're right about that.
They weren't turning them gay, though. They were turning them into the other sex.
Close enough.
Yeah. That's true, guys. Anyways. What else? Oops, I'm playing a video.
And we will much about that be committed. So
Okay, that's enough. How sharp
So
is
ashamed.
me?
I can't help it. I just look at him and I'm like, man, why did he have to be black?
I know. And you know what they're saying about that Alexandra Ocasio, whatever her name is? They're saying that she's like the left Sarah Palin. That is so accurate. That is so accurate. Except Sarah Palin was right about a bunch of stuff. She was right about Russia. She was right about Ukraine. And everybody just, oh, she's just this dumb bimbo girl. You know, she doesn't know what she's talking about. And she was totally right. Alexandria, on the other hand, she can't hold an interview with tough questions to save her life. Like, she can't. Oh, let's try and look for that, by the way.
Think if she ever went to Fox News, she would melt into a puddle of tears.
And then you know what she's doing? You know what she's doing?
Softball question from all these leftists. Now, those aren't even hard questions. Just think if she were to get interviewed by anybody from Fox.
And this is, she's starting to ban the media at her rallies and stuff like that.
Because, I heard about that too.
Yeah, because she knows she don't know what she's talking about. That's the only thing. She knows she don't know what she's talking about, and she doesn't want to be embarrassed. Just look at this. This is from...
They're going to do this. They are going to hang her out to dry, because if anything, the liberal media does not like to not be invited, and especially if you're banned. No, she's not going to win her election, and this is as far as she's going to go.
All right, if you haven't seen the video of her stumbling across her questions, here is one. I'm going to pause it every once in a while so I don't get copy strike.
Yes, but I also think that what people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine, is...
What?
The occupation of Palestine. She means Israel.
There is no occupation of Palestine.
Yeah, no one wants to go to Palestine. It's like, oh, we're going to occupy Palestine. I'm like, why would you do that?
Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, and Insane Herman in chat. I like the left going more towards socialism because their extremeness wakes people up. I definitely agree. Keep it up on the left. And then Admiral says, I want to see Death to America by Dinesh D'Souza. It's by Dinesh D'Souza, right? I want to see it too. I think it's by Dinesh D'Souza. Let me know.
I saw an all black men panel, and they said that was the best movie that they've ever seen.
Oh, really?
But of course, they were conservative, like, and it's not that they were so cute.
Oh, really? Okay.
I gotta go find it in my history, and I didn't look into it all, and it was like right when I was on the brink of sleep. I just remember seeing them like, I'm gonna have a good dream, and I was like,
jeez. Anyways, let's play this video again. Let's watch. Who is this again? What's his name?
I don't know.
Gosh. Now I gotta know. He used to play for. No, he still plays with Oklahoma.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm bad with names. You already know.
Oh man, I wish I knew. Okay, fine. I'm
Google
gonna
it
figure
later.
it out. I will.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
just an increasing crisis of humanitarian condition. And that to me is just where I tend to come from on this issue.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I think what I meant...
Wait. Because she don't know what she's talking about. She's trying to go off like she knows anything about world events in going on overseas, foreign politics. She's basically like Obama. She has like no idea what type of foreign policy is going on, and she's going on like she's running for Congress, and she don't know nothing about foreign policy. Please exit the building.
I get that you may not know, especially this is her first time running. She actually won. She is a noob. I get it. You may not know a lot about foreign policy, but stop pretending like you do.
Yeah, because
stop.
I mean, if anything, this is like the oldest and most historic, rivalry since the beginning of time. Palestine and freaking Israel never liked each other. So like,
never. Like back in the Bible days.
Yeah, it was
on the earth.
Yeah, Palestine used to be the Philistines, and guess what? They hated the Jews back then. So, yeah, I mean, like, just I really don't understand that. I mean, if you're in politics, you gotta have some type of general knowledge about the conflict in the Iran deal. If you don't know about that, then please exit the building. If you don't know anything about the occupation in Ukraine from Russia and all of those things, please exit the building. Don't run again. And, just things in China and how China are allies with North Korea. And, there's been, if you don't know just simple stuff and you say, oh, what I meant was like, let's see what she says. Let's see what she thought she meant to say.
Is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes.
Do you think
Okay, like that makes no sense whatsoever.
She's saying Occupy Palestine is the increasing events that are happening that's preventing them from accessing their houses.
She's got housing on the mind because she thinks housing is a right.
So basically, Occupy Palestine is the war that's going on that they can't go home.
I don't know. Let's see what else she has to say, because now I forget what she says and I'm confused. Let's see.
This is when she finally says, you know what, I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is what it is. You'll see.
you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also just, I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue.
That's all you had to say to begin with, boo-boo.
I know. She shouldn't have even said Occupy Palestine. Those words shouldn't have came from her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would have said, you know what, I am not an expert on this, but this is how I feel.
Yeah.
That is what it is. How I feel is this. It has nothing to do with the facts of what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel this way. That's what she should have said.
Yeah, look at the likes and dislikes. These angry socialists are disliking the video. It's like 500 dislikes. Admiral says, did you all hear about the so-called church in California that white supremacists killed Jesus, not the Jews? Oh, so there's a church in California. So it's an SJW church. And they blame everything on the white supremacists. So the white supremacists killed Jesus.
I'm sorry. What white person was in Israel back in those days? I don't know any white.
I don't know no white person in Israel.
Like that back then. They didn't, like, Christopher Columbus was years, like centuries away. So no, there were no white people in the Middle East.
People forget that all of this happened in the Middle East.
Like, Jesus was not in Sweden, okay? He wasn't in Sweden or in Germany. He was in the Middle East.
And Jesus is not white. Jesus ain't white. He's a Jew. He was a Jewish guy. He's probably brown, okay? He probably had a good tan. They didn't have, like, indoor stuff.
He had wool hair, and he was brown.
Mm-hmm. He was brown. Okay, he wasn't black. He wasn't black. Okay, black people. He wasn't black. He wasn't white.
Black. He wasn't white.
He was Middle
Especially
Eastern.
with those pictures with Jesus white. He has his brown hair with like his little golden highlights just every so often, and then the goatee. No, that's not what he's like.
Yeah. So I like California, man. I don't know what to say about it. There's some people in California that's good. I know a few folks in California, Northern California. That's where the same people are. But SoCal, Bay Area, Berkeley, nah.
I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna lay hands on the map and I'm gonna put it on California. I'm just gonna say,
Race Jacobson in chat says plot twist: Jesus was Chinese. No, man, he was born in Bethlehem, Israel. No. Dude, that's funny. Jesus saved
I
us
just
all.
love like white supremacists. Back before they knew how to make a boat. Well, they had boats. They were fishers. But it wasn't like this boat that could sail across the ocean.
Yeah, and especially get to Israel.
White people came on a rowboat to the Middle East so they could kill Jesus.
Nah. Because back in the where were the white people at? It was Europe. So back in the Bible days.
They didn't have to take a boat. It was pretty connected. But still no. There was no white people there.
So
no.
Yeah, that's just funny. That's funny.
They didn't feel like walking that long. They didn't know that.
But he was brought to trial by the Romans, and they were in Italy. So white people, I guess, were there. But it was the religious Jews. Huh?
Okay, wait. What is the definition of white? Because Romans aren't white either. Like, what?
Yeah, they are. I mean, white people came from Europe. No, white people came from Europe. So, yeah, Rome, Italy, France. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, Italians and Romans, the ones I've seen, got a little bit of tan in them.
Yeah, Mediterranean people. There's some people in the Mediterranean that look white. Okay, but the people that killed Jesus were the religious Jews, the religious higher ups that were like, oh, Jesus healed on the Sabbath. That's against the Ten Commandments. You know, they were always hounding on him. You know, following him because they were Orthodox Jews.
I know the story. Unless you're trying to tell everybody else, I know the story. I'm just trying to understand that. Now, I haven't met every single Italian guy and girl and every single Roman. Romans are gone, aren't they?
Basically.
Yeah, they're all gone. So I've just never seen one that can be mistaken as anything other than they have some kind
Italian people?
Yes. I've never seen like white. Like where you was like, yes, they are white.
Well,
no.
PewDiePie's girlfriend. Look. PewDiePie's girlfriend. Let me. I don't know if you can see. Let me Google Maritza something. Yeah, her name is Marzia.
And she's Italian.
Very much Italian. That's Marzia. She's very Italian.
I can't see that.
Well, I mean, I know it's very little, but she's white. She's very white. She looks white, okay? AP, yeah. Huh? You look so funny. You're getting all close to the camera and stuff. But yeah, PewDiePie's fiance now, actually. Yeah, looks white. If you were to see her and without her speaking, you would think she was white. Andy Mineo is half Sicilian. He's white as can be. Miles is, I think he has Sicilian in him too, and he's very white. Lots of white people.
Like I said, I haven't seen a whole bunch of them. Just the ones I have seen. Maybe it's because they tan. I don't know.
They do tan good. Admiral says, where do you think the Garden of Eden was? Just thought I'd ask. It's in between the Euphrates and the Tigris River.
Yeah.
That's where it's somewhere in there, between those two rivers, Euphrates and Tigris, somewhere in Africa or something, or Middle East, somewhere in there. Yeah, but that's where I think it was. It's no longer there, though, of course. But yeah, how long have we been streaming? Because my dashboard, I can't see it, unfortunately. So, because it's having issues.
Over an hour.
Yeah. We started, we've been streaming for a while. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. Let's see, they have to tan well because they're in Southern Europe where it's hot as poop. Yes, that's true. If Trump gets impeached or assassinated, then Pence, Christian theocracy.
That's what I don't understand. Let's just talk about this for a second. Okay. Mm-hmm. Impeach Trump. Let's say that they are successful. Mike Pence is their worst nightmare.
I would love President Pence. I would love it.
That would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But if they had even 2 cents in their brain, they would know that Mike Pence, President Mike Pence, would be their worst nightmare, unless they're planning to assassinate 2 people. But even still, who would be the next? The Attorney General or... No, it's not the Attorney General. Who's number 3? Who's third in line?
No, it's Speaker Ryan, Paul Ryan. Gross.
But he's retiring. So who's running for Speaker? That white dude that's from Ohio State. They claimed that he knew about raping people, but he really didn't, and then they recanted, of course.
I don't know his name. But anyways, yeah. I would love a President Pence.
Either one of those people, President Pence, their worst nightmare, our dream.
Yeah.
Our freaking dream.
Yeah.
Because not only does he believe in everything that Trump is saying, he's actually a good human being.
Yeah.
And there, you can't say anything bad about him. Like, he has been by the book, at least he's been by the book. Yeah. There's no kind of scandal around him. There's nothing.
Except that he thinks that that people have this notion that
it's not true.
I know.
It's already been debunked.
I know it's not your dream race, but ours is. Man, I love Pence. He's a Christian. And he's got every time you look at him, he looks like he's looking at his son with just proud eyes. Like, look at that. That's my son. Like, yeah, he just looks so sincere to me. I love it. I love Pence. If it does happen, which I don't think it will, I hope he runs for president next, like 2024. Oh, it'd be on and popping. Anyways, we're going to end this podcast. We've been streaming for a minute. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. Check us out next. What?
That's at 10th, 2024.
Oh, okay. That's great. Tune in next week. We're going to talk about more topics. Lots of stuff happened in 7 days, man, because, the news is always happening. So, thanks so much again for tuning in. Make sure you check out the links in the description. I have STREAMLABS. I have Patreon. I have, there's also merch in the STREAMLABS, which is cool. So check that out. Thanks so much for watching again. Have a great day, and I will go